You are listening to the podcast That's Life in Sweden, or as we say in Swedish, Sånt är livet i Sverige, with me, your host, Lisa Åsimäki. Today I welcome Alexandra Deul from Hamburg, Germany, who works as a classroom teacher, dean of students and school council leader with a special interest helping shape school culture through democratic student voice. Welcome, Alexandra, to the podcast. How are you?
I am excited. Hello, Lisa. Very happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Oh, wonderful. And I'm excited to talk to you today. Now, you have a master's in education and you also have an MBA in business administration. And I understand you left business to work as a classroom teacher. What made you make the change?
And that's correct. That's right. I spent nearly 7 years in the office, built my career, did very well, but something was lacking. The connection with people, to have this, sense when you go home and you are so happy, sitting on your couch and thinking, okay, today I've changed life. Something big was missing for me. And I decided, okay, I'm gonna go and do teaching job now because I know that there I can shape, I can change something, I can influence. So that's how my teaching career began.
Okay. And so how long have you worked as a teacher and where have you worked and particularly what year levels?
I worked more than 10 years internationally. I started in China, then Turkey, Vietnam, and currently in Germany, Hamburg. My focus and passion with small children, it's preschool and primary level.
From your experience to today, what has teaching taught you that you did not expect?
I didn't expect that relationship matters so much, that connection with the students is crucial. This is something that at university, they don't teach you about this.
No, we don't.
No, before you deliver learning objectives, before you teach your subject, forget about everything. Start focusing on building relationship with your students. Understand who they are, what kind of personalities they're, what they like, the most important, what they talk about, what is there and they want to share with you, how they see the world, how they see you as a teacher, and all of this. So I didn't expect that this is the most important. And once you establish this relationship, everything is possible.
You sent me a brilliant read that you titled From Control to Collaboration, relating to helping children make real decisions at home. So, based on your experience, why is it important to help children make real decisions at home?
Well, we want our children not to be passive followers, not just know this is right, this is wrong, and blindly follow the rules. We want them to grow independent, strong individuals. Balanced individuals, those who can deliver their ideas in a calm way, in a respectful way. Even if there is a small, slight, or even big disagreement, they know how to handle it in the most respectful way. So I think that, again, back to the relationship, back to this core of value the human being and knowing how to talk to each other and knowing how to hear each other. This is the most important.
So you have a suggestion, you have a plan to parents and caregivers how to implement what you call family meetings, a tradition of connection. Can you share what that means?
Of course, this is one of my favorite way to help children to practice big decisions. It's through family meetings. You might remember some our childhood memories now. So, you remember those Friday dinners or Sunday breakfast when everyone would be together, sitting, eating, and sharing something about their work, school, something really daily. There were laughs. There were maybe even some little arguments, but people were talking. There was connection at that table. No TV, no phones, no any distractions, just family members. So if we compare that past and nowadays, is it different or similar? I think it's quite different.
Mm,
And I think it's important to bring it back. And it's actually very possible to bring it back, just with a little more intention.
mm. What about those parents who are busy, who say that we are too busy to do something like this?
Everyone is busy. I understand this, but 30 minutes as a start, that that would be all right to establish. And we need to understand that once you have this family gathering, the whole dynamic of the family shifts. There is more positivity, the atmosphere is calmer. And why so? Because everyone listens to each other. Everyone feels free to share how they feel, what they want, what are the expectations, what parents want from the kids, and vice versa, what kids want from their parents. So I think we just need to understand that this is a core of normal relationship, and once we have it, nothing matters. It doesn't matter how much you tired or you busy, you will be able to find those 20, 30 minutes for your family, for your loved ones, for your people.
Mm, mm. So, can you talk about what you mean by small versus big freedom?
Of course. Most of the time we think that freedom is something little choices we give to our kids. Let's say what you want to wear, what you want to eat, what kind of snack you would like to have, or do you want today to play or to read a book? This is a great start for kids to have their voice. But if we move a little, if we take just a step further away and we start promoting a bigger idea, and we start asking them, how would you like to spend the weekend or holidays? Or when do you think we should go and visit our grandparents? So that's what I mean when we provide to our kids those small opportunities that leads to something big.
Mm. And so, can you just share how families can implement family meetings?
Yeah, I would suggest a three-step process that would work. The first step is just to give the voice for everyone. So before the meeting, it would be nice to have like a small box or a small jar where everyone writes their ideas, their plans, or questions, wishes, suggestions, everything goes to that box,
Mhm,
to that jar.
mm,
And when the actual gathering happening, um, everyone speaks up through this through the notes, right? So the second step would be to listen deeply to each other, so everyone shares their ideas. And here is crucial to remember that there are no wrong answers. It's not important whether you like someone's question, whether you like someone's response. This is not about this, what we like, what we don't like. Here we are learning how to listen to each other, and the kids learning how to listen, that listening is as important as speaking. And in this step, to listen each other deeply, you're modeling that here is the respect and validation. And after that, you are making a decision. You make this decision together. It can be a voting system. It can be It can be dependent on many things like consensus, or it depends on the context what you discuss at that particular moment. If the kids are telling, we are tired to go to the park, we want to go to the zoo, can we do so? Can we do that? Is it actually possible? So they are asking the parents to speak up as well and share why it is possible or why it's not possible.
And
So
yeah, go
go on,
ahead, go
please.
ahead.
Yeah, what I mean is just 3 steps. They're very simple structure. Give each other voice, listen to each other, and then make a decision.
So what about some of the challenges families have experienced?
There will be always some challenges, and that is absolutely normal. The most important how we react on these challenges. The kids might argue, the parents might disagree also, but all of this is totally normal. This is happening when there is an interaction. What is important is just to remind each other that respect is the part of everyone's decision. If parents disagree, they just need to show each other a healthy compromise. And also, they have to remember that the kids learn by watching you.
You have an interest in helping shape school culture through democratic student voice. Is that what you are referring to when you talk about implementing the family meetings being a tradition of connection?
Absolutely. This is because when we talk about democracy, it's not just a political situation. It's actually coming from John Dewey, and John Dewey was referring to giving children choices and voices, and let them run their life and their place where they study by themselves. Just navigate them, just listen to them, hear their voices, and work together and collaborate together. And only as a team you can achieve something big.
So I'm just thinking right there when you talk about this freedom, and I'm thinking now about different cultures. You say freedom isn't the absence of guidance, and like you say, it's the practice of shared trust. But how does that relate? Is that kind of the same in all cultures?
No, I wouldn't say that would be ideal. That's why I'm talking about this a lot. Wherever I go and work, I always bring this idea. We don't want to have passive people, especially the young generation. Um, this is tough to implement, Lisa. This is not that easy.
Okay.
In the school, that is not easy. In school, we try to promote the student agency. At home, this freedom, but then everyone should be on the same boat. Everyone needs to understand the importance of this. So I wouldn't say that many people are so familiar with this. I would say it's because of the fear to lose control. They don't want to practice this. There is always something, but what if? But what if something goes wrong? And I'm a risk taker, so I think this is totally fine. If something goes wrong, we can learn from that experience as well, and we can fix on the way, and we can go with the flow and implement something new. Again, we should do it together with who? With the children, because this is for them, the school for them, the class for them, and yeah, just doing together, we can achieve something big.
I just love the idea about when you mentioned this, using the Zoom as a connecting with other caregivers or other family members, and having these so-called family meetings, meeting online. I just think that's a brilliant idea, because you're actually involving grandparents and who may be living a bit who might be living far away from the children.
Absolutely. And just be realistic. When they see them, maybe once, twice in a year, in best scenario. And they don't know their life on a regular basis, like what's happening every day. And such weekly meetings are important. And parents also feel great. Grandparents feel loved that they are not, the kids remember about them, they share how was the school, what's the plan, when they will visit each other, and so on. So yeah, it's about the relationship. This is exactly what I said from the really beginning, that firstly you have this strong bond, you have established positive relationship, you have this connection with the people, then whatever you work on, it doesn't matter, everything would be solved in such a smooth way, because there is this respect. You listen to each other and you hear each other, which is also a big difference. What does it mean to listen to and to hear? Hmm. Again, if we're talking about this freedom and the rules, like family has set of rules. Yeah, the kids should do this, should do that. The more you practice this family gathering, these rules, they're not called as rules anymore. They become more like agreements. And this is also very important. I agree to do something because I understand why I'm doing that. Because when it's the rule, it's more like it's written, like black and white. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's you must just do that. Then our kids are very passive. They're just followers. And we don't want to have passive followers. We want to remove these rules and have more agreements at home. And it goes both ways. Kids also might ask something from the parents. Mom, can you agree? Or Dad, can you agree on this and that, please? Because I want you to respect my voice. Yes, I'm little, I'm the 3, 4, 5 years old. But you want me to become this kind of person. Be balanced, be calm, be confident. Then please follow my agreement. What do you think about this? And the kids can speak this way.
How do you approach your colleagues with this idea, and how do they react?
As a classroom teacher, I invite them to visit my class and see how we talk to each other, how the kids deliver their voices, their ideas, even when there is a disagreement, how they talk to each other in a such respectful way. And this is just sharing and showing. This is the best way. Come visit the class and see really what's happening, not from my words, but see the power what students showing you.
And what are some of the comments?
Always positive. Always positive, but sometimes I hear that, okay, but I can't do that because my kids are different. Or, oh, you don't know my class, it's too noisy. We can't even get together in such beautiful circle. Well, my class also was noisy like that. And also we couldn't get together. But it's like drilling, when you're teaching English. As an English teacher, you always drilling something. It's about repetition. It's about the routine. You do it once, you do it 10 times, then it's happening. And this is normal, absolutely normal. It's okay for kids to be playful, to be noisy. This is another topic, but kids need to play. And the whole this idea you can transform in such a way that it's kind of like we are playing this gathering. It's like we are playing, just we don't have the toys around us, but it's a form of a game, of a play.
That sounds so powerful. I think you do that even with big kids and even with adults.
Yeah. With the teenagers, that would be even more interesting. You can apply so many tools to do with them. They can already do such gathering on their own. So with the small one, the difference is that you are leading as at the
Yes.
beginning. You tell
Yes.
what to do. You say, okay, now you stop talking. Let's hear his answer and her. So you are leading a little bit of this circle. Um, with the older students, they do it. So you actually have the same rights with them. You become more like facilitator. You also can share in a more equal level with them. And their topics of discussions a little bit different. They are talking more about global issues,
Mm.
and which is normal. They are older, they are more curious, they are more involved what's going on in the world, in their country, and so on. And they're not just talking, but they take an actually a lead. They really like to be active and get in touch with some organizations, to write I don't know, a letter to mayor and suggest something, and this is what we want from them, to be um, active people.
Mm. How has what you've been doing, how has that impacted the school culture?
It's a long process. we're still um, we're still establishing many things, and we're still building this culture, which is absolutely normal. And I believe there's never the end, because when many people involved, everyone with different backgrounds, different nationality. But this is the beauty: when we all get together under the same rooftop, we are staying calm, we are staying respectful towards each other, and we are promoting this voice: share, speak up, um, collaborate.
Mm. You know, it reminds me a little bit what they're doing in Denmark, where
Mm,
they teach children from kindergarten about
mhm,
empathy.
mm, absolutely. Very
And
important.
yes, and some of the results that has shown is that as they grow up, children are actually happier and
Hmm.
confident. And now I'm not sure if they still are greatly attached to the mobile phones, but something like what you are talking about and even what is going on in Denmark, it certainly allows children, even the quiet ones and the shy ones, to they are willing to connect with each other. They're willing to speak with each other rather than just texting to each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they can hear voices, they can hear those emotions. They don't want to have just a simple plain text on the screen. Once the kids they experience this, they don't turn back to their old ones anymore. They take a lead. They take a lead and then keep developing. Um, they value this interaction very much.
Mm.
And actually, talking about the phones, what I also experienced is that uh, the kids start writing each other notes. Actually, so they are moving away from SMS, or a voice message or anything like that, but they actually write cards and notes, handwriting, and then put into the locker, or just on a recess they find each other and they give this piece of papers to each other. And I wondered, and I was like, what are you writing to each other? Like, what is there, like a message of love or something? They're like, no. The one grade three just wrote to another student, let's go after school to the park. Simple like that. They could call each other. They have smartwatches. They could also just make a call or send a message, right? But no, they just wrote. And older kids, kids, older students, children, they do the same actually. How about we're gonna go and play basketball? Do you have a sandwich to share? Something like that, Just messages with these papers. It's beautiful.
That is so empowering and that is so fantastic to hear.
Yeah. It is. And it really makes me so happy that I know that when I'm walking around the school and I'm talking to these parents and I'm talking to my colleagues, that something is happening. Yes, maybe I would like to have this happen faster, of course, because when you have the positive result, you just want to share and scream about this and say, "Hey, people, please apply this. It works. It's so beautiful." But still, I'm patient, and what can I do is just to be an example and to be a role model for the students. In fact, I have some students who just brought this from my class to their families, and they said to parents, "Hey, how about we're gonna have the family gathering? With Alexandra, we do this and that. I really like it. Can we please do it at home as well?" This is the result what I'm telling. This is just so powerful.
It sounds fabulous. And where do you teach now? In Germany mainly, or are you traveling somewhere else teaching?
It's been nearly 3 years. I'm in Hamburg. So from Vietnam, I relocated here and I base for now in Hamburg.
Wow, you must have a wonderful impact on your students. I just love this story. Um, and I'm always curious about when you have something you want to share, something that works. Like you said, you want to just share it with everyone, and not always is it warmly received because we are quite, well, how does
Hmm.
it really work? Where's your evidence? You know what I mean? And I would imagine that you might hear from colleagues who may have issues with classroom discipline.
Mm-hmm.
They might have issues with bullying among their students. I don't know. But I definitely can see what you are doing, that it would eliminate lots of those issues, provided having a role model of a teacher like yourself who's
Yeah.
following. It's like, again, it's a simple thing you're implementing, and it doesn't sound hard. Can you please repeat the 3 steps? So we have repeated it twice.
Yes, absolutely. The first step, the families, or okay, let's whoever is meeting, give the voice. So you need to create a small ritual, wish box, wish jar. So the first step, give the voice for everyone. The second step, when you go through those notes, listen to each other deeply. Share ideas and listen and hear what others are talking about. And the third step, make a decision. How do you want to implement? Is it relevant? Do you want to do it right now? Do we need any resources, finances for this? Is the weather suitable for this activity or not? And so on. Yeah. So voice, listen, make a decision. From small freedom to big freedom. Do you want tonight to read a book or play a board game? What snack would you like to eat? And then moving towards bigger, um, winter holidays are coming. How do you want to spend this? Any idea? Or when we're gonna visit our grandparents? Something like this. Something that is where more people involved. It's more time consuming. It's a bigger plan. So basically, from smaller plan to
Mm,
bigger plan,
mm,
from small freedom to big freedom.
mm. Now, you not only provide support to families, but you also support teachers in their teaching. You designed a fabulous website. I would recommend everyone listening to this podcast. It's called Teachers Lab, and it's in English. So, can you talk about the value of the Teachers Lab's website to teachers? I'm just thinking it provides a lot of examples, but I'm not going to talk about it. Can you explain why you designed this website?
Oh, Teacher's Lab is such my baby. So I've been teaching since 2015. And in fact, I never repeated any activity so far. It's always something new. And I have huge collection of activities for art, science, homeschooling in Vietnam. I ran homeschool and I had daily classes. And lots of activities. And then I was like, okay, I have to collect them somewhere. I want to share also with my followers, with the colleagues, with the parents, even with siblings who are, these older siblings. They are babysitting their small kids as their sisters, brothers, right? And usually what they do, nothing. So I was thinking, okay, that would be a great platform to have a look and repeat. And what I like the most that it's for everyone.
Mm.
If you want to teach phonics, lots of activities. And I'm not fan of like worksheets or books, textbooks. It's mostly hands-on. It's realia. It's everything what you can around your house. Just grab and play with that. Everything is useful. Everything is beneficial. If you're into art, there are so many activities for the art. If you like home experiments that are safe but fun, it's also there. Especially now, what I'm moving forward and moving towards more abstract ideas, how to explain the kids what does it mean really empathy or love or friendship? Can they really touch? No. But with the art, you can really do that. And my recent work with the kids was that sometimes the kids are kids. They are just telling something, and it could be harmful, but they don't really realize this at what level it can be harmful, right? So we made an activity that is called Wrinkle Heart. So you need to think before you talk. So I gave everyone a heart, paper heart. And I asked them to write something mean, like, you're not my friend anymore, you don't share your toys, these kind of things. And then just smash it in your hand and try to um, show the paper, this heart, that there are no any wrinkles, and that is impossible. And the kids were like, okay, so what does it mean? I said, well, it means that when you say something bad, it stays in our heart. We do remember it. Maybe we don't react so much already about this. Maybe we don't cry, but we do remember this. And this is so important for you guys to be careful how you talk to people.
Wow. And
Mhm.
what's the response? What do the kids do next?
Um, well, that's interesting, but they remind each other. They do remind. If someone says something mean, unconsciously or anything. They just remind each other and they point to the poster or they point to, oh, before you speak, think and be smart because it's hard to fix a wrinkled heart. It's also a rhyme, so it's easy to remember for the kids. But they do remind each other. They
Mm.
they they look after each other, and I appreciate this a lot.
Mm. I think that's something we adults need to tell. We adults need to actually remind ourselves.
Right?
I'm definitely going to. I have to use it with my adult students, including me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, is there anything you would like to share with the listeners who has been listening to any message
Mm.
to our listeners? And particularly, I'm thinking about teachers who might be new teachers or are they've been working as teachers for many years and maybe not as positive because of everything, all the stress that is happening. And but is there any message you would like to share?
Um, the most important, build relationship with your students, with your kids. Get to know them, who they are, what kind of personality, what they struggle, what they love the most. Do this, invest into this, and then everything is possible. um think that it's not just the class and I'm isolated, but we're a team. We work together, we collaborate, and these kids will make me a better teacher because I'm getting my experience from where? Exactly from working directly with them. So this is my message. Clear, build relationship with the kids, learn from them, allow them to be noisy, learn them how to be quiet together. If they make mistake, It's totally fine. The most important, how can we get out from that learning pit where you're stuck and you make a mistake? Make a strategy together. Invite them to think outside of the box. What else is there? Brainstorm them a lot. And again, you see, it's all about the relationship. I'm
Mm.
not talking about the learning objectives and what we are teaching them, any facts, concepts. I'm talking exactly about the relationship. So this is the most important and crucial for all the schools, for all the educators. Make them good people. And then eventually you will become also a better teacher. This is a cycle.
And it's a beautiful cycle and absolutely and beautifully expressed. Alexandra, I understand why you also consider your job as a hobby. It
Yes, absolutely. It is a hobby.
Yes, it doesn't sound like you say, "Oh, I have to go to work tomorrow. Oh no, I have
No.
all those kids." No, it you are certainly coming across as though this is, oh, it's such a beautiful job I have. And it's been a total privilege speaking with you. And thank you so much, Alexandra, for sharing your thoughts and this wonderful idea about maybe starting a new tradition with family meetings about connection.
I really appreciate that you reached out and we had this opportunity to talk. I really enjoyed so much. You pointed out so well. It's my hobby. I have such an easy heart to wake up in the morning and go to school because I know that they are waiting for me, and it's just beautiful. It makes my life easier, really.
As long as you keep yourself well and happy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you have been listening to the podcast Sånt är livet i Sverige, or in English, That's Life here in Sweden, with me, Lisa Åsimäki. Till next time, take care of yourself and each other. Bye for now.